Okay guys, this time we're going to go ahead and add an epic intro to our video. This might be something that you might want to use on several different videos to introduce yourself and kind of have it represent who you are. Go ahead and, well, let me give you an example. So like this video here. So what I can do with that video is when I get in here and I can get into my project, I can go ahead and move some of my video and stuff down, and I can go ahead and add in another video, and I'm going to add in my Mr. G intro number 1. I'm going to go from scene beginning, and then I'm going to go ahead and move everything down just to the end as I had it before, to where it just plays the intro like almost like your okay, so there we got it. We've got our intro is going to play, then we've got our animated text, then we've got our audio that's going to play here, and the rest of our video. So let's go ahead and preview that. Okay, so we've got our intro. It introduces like your company, like if you were your own production company, and then it gets into your video that we've made with your animations, and then here's into the actual video itself. Got a couple transitions in here, and then when we get to the end, you have a little bit of blank. We're going to go ahead and work on some credits later, not on this one, but in another tutorial. And this is what we're going to build this time. In order to build this video here, this part of it, we can't use this. This is an editing area where we can put things that we've already built together. So what we're going to do is go over to the internet, and we're going to go to a place called PanZoid. And once we get to PanZoid, we can take a look at some of the different things that we've got to work with here. So when you get here, go ahead and grab Clipmaker 2. And now once you get into here, you have several different things that you can choose from. They have some examples right away. So if I go ahead and I grab that one, this is already a pre-made site. And if I click on play down here, yeah, that was a little loud, but you can see that it's actually running back here. It doesn't look the same as you're going to see it at the very end of how we're going to download it. So this is just a kind of a real simple workstation, and we're going to go ahead and edit some of these. Once you pause it, you can then edit it. You have these different icons on the side that you can do a lot of things with. What I'm going to do is click on Scene. Well, actually into Object here. This is your text. So you see I clicked on text. Every place they have this text word here, I need to change that. Some of them have several different places for you to change the text. Once you go ahead and change it, you're going to click on Enter. And you can see over to my side here, I've got Mr. G, but then I've got another place where that text has to be. So now I need to go track that down. So I'm going to go ahead and click back over on, oh, here it is, text PanZoid right there. I'm going to click inside here. I'm going to change it to Mr. G here. I would recommend when you're building this that you pick a nickname, or you pick a name other than yourself, or you can use your initials to go ahead and put this in. That way, if you ever upload this to something like YouTube, that your original name is always protected. You want to keep your privacy to yourself. So let's take a look at what that looks like in here. Okay, looks all right. I'm going to go ahead and when we get ready, we're going to go ahead and download that. But let's go ahead and take a look at some other things that are available. So I'm going to go ahead and click back to templates. You can load a project, save a project. If you come down to the bottom, you have community templates. So these are some of the popular ones here. I'm going to go ahead and click on Yeah, I don't want to save all that, so I'm going to go ahead and get to this one. These are some other intros that people have made, and the nice thing about this site is that it is free. So we will go ahead and give it a shot. We're just going to go ahead and try this out. We're going to open it in Clipmaker. And once it's open, it's going to load in all the needed parts. And I'm going to go ahead and start changing the names on here. So I'm going to go ahead and find where it has the objects. Those are the different lights that come in. And I'm going to change the text. I'm going to go ahead and put Mr. G. And I'm going to press Enter to change it. I'm going to go ahead and click in the next text box. And I'm going to add Mr. G. And I'm going to enter to change that. Now there's a whole lot of other settings. If you have time that you have other projects finished, you need to come back and you can kind of change and play with some of these settings to see what it does. And you can kind of more custom design it. So then you're going to go ahead and get that done. And let's go ahead and play it. Let's see what happens here. Okay, so I obviously have changed the correct one, but now I've got the one on the bottom as well. This is again just a preview of what you're going to say, what you're going to see. So I'm going to come back in here. Let's go ahead and find the group for the name because that's the one I need to. You see how the box selected down there. I'm going to click in here and I'm going to change name to, let's just make it Films. Mr. G Films there. We'll go ahead and do that. And again, we're going to have to change both sets of that so it will actually turn out the same. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and play that and let's see what happens. Okay, now I've got everything changed correctly. Looks like a pretty cool intro to have. Now I'm going to go ahead and pause that. And again, you've got lots of different things that you can get in here and take a look at and see what the lights are all about. And you can make some changes on some of these to see what it actually does. There's lots of interesting effects that people have put in here. We're going to go ahead and download. Now this is the part where it's going to take a little bit of time because online this is going to build this for you and it's going to put it into a video for you, but it's going to actually take some time to render. So you're going to have to keep yourself busy and do something after you get this started. If we go with really high quality, it's going to take a really long time, 20 to 30 minutes to render out at least. Fastest render is going to be the smallest and the least in quality. Balanced is pretty good. That's the video I showed you earlier, and good quality is even better than that. I'm going to go ahead and go with that one, and I'm also going to, out of the two choices that we have, I'm going to go with the MKV. Let's go ahead and start video render. And yes, you do want to allow it to store on your device. And it's going to go ahead and start figuring out what's it gonna do, what's gonna happen. And this one isn't too bad. This is about 2 minutes, down to a minute now. And it's going to go ahead and build it, and it'll be ready to download. So I'm going to pause the video, and as soon as this is ready, we'll start back up again. Okay, so our video got ready. Is ready to download. We're going to go ahead and click on download your video. And again, it's going to give you some download this, download. You don't want those. Those are ads. Please leave them alone. Where you actually have your download is in the bottom left-hand corner. And you got your video MKV down there. So we're going to go ahead and show it in folder. Here's our video. I'm going to right-click copy. And I'm going to move it into my videos. That way I always know where it's at. And I'm going to paste. And I'm actually going to get in here and I'm going to do Mr. G intro Mark II. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And then we're going to go ahead, open it up. Oh, it's not supported. So we're going to go ahead and right click. And we're going to tell it to open with. And you want to open it with the VLC media player. Okay, the VLC media player. the VLC media player is quite capable of opening those for you. And as you can see, the video is playing just fine. It's a little pixelated when it gets into a larger screen. That's because we didn't choose the highest quality format, but we didn't have the time for that. So now that we have something that's ready to open, let's go ahead and real quickly come back into our preview. Let's go ahead and take out our previous example, and we're going to add in our video, and we're going to add into Mr. G Intro 2. So go ahead and click on OK. From scene beginning, click All Right, and there we go. I need to adjust my settings just a little bit and move my things around just a tiny. And that's what you're going to be doing in this. You're going to be building your own intro, and you're going to insert it into your video at the beginning. So quite a wild intro, very cool. And again, it's free on this one, so go ahead, get in there, get into PanZoid, and go ahead, get into Clipmaker 2, build your video, download your video, and put it at the beginning of yours. And don't forget, when you're at the end of this, I want you to go ahead and export it as one of these video sets up here. AVI MPEG is really good. Make sure that you export your project as well as save your project in itself, because we're going to add credits to it next time. So go ahead, get to PanZoid, make an epic intro, put it at the beginning of your video. All right, have a good time, guys.